you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to cover something that's very important to both me and you. In a lot of my videos, I'm always getting questions, asking different things. Recently, I made sure to put polls on my TikTok, Instagram, and even on here, asking what your frequent questions are. So today is going to be all about us answering some of the most frequently asked questions. And while I'm doing that, I'm just going to go ahead and juice one of my favorite juices, my watermelon and pineapple juice. I know that my watermelon does not have seeds, so the watermelon seed police, please do not come for me. It is January. Watermelon is incredibly hard to find, and finding seeded watermelon, I have not seen it anywhere, not local farmers markets, Whole Foods, or anything. But I'm gonna go ahead and get into prepping my fruit. I'm gonna grab my juicer, and then I'm gonna go ahead and answer some of the most common questions that you guys have asked. Okay guys, so this is my juicer, my Nama J2. I get a lot of questions asking, what blender is this or what juicer is it? And you guys, this is just a juicer. Now Nama did just come out with the juicer blender combination called the C2, and you can get that on their website if you like to, but this right here is just a juicer. I was asked to show how to put it together, so I'm actually gonna take it apart and then show you guys how I put it together. So I'm just gonna go ahead and zoom in so you can see that. So first, you just lift it off, very, very simple like that. I do that so you can see. Hopefully you can. You pop that off, very, very simple. And also when you're cleaning, you can pop this lid off very, very easily as well. And I'm just gonna pop that back on for simplicity. This is the part that you probably really want to see. It's very, very simple. You just pull this out, and these pieces pull off. Sometimes you twist and pull, and that is pretty much it. This is the side where our pulp comes out of, and you just open it like that and put it back together, and then this of course is where our juice comes out. So now that everything is separate, I'm going to show you quickly how to put it back together. I think I do have a video up about this, but I'm just going to show you guys for the simplicity of things. So here, this is our pulp area. Just push it up and then flip this over. Make sure you close this. And then our container here, you have a small little lip here and a bigger size here. So you need to make sure that it matches here and here when you put it inside of your juicer. I know I'm wearing black, but just make sure it matches here and here. This part is pretty easy. The little part with the little teeth goes down. So I'm gonna put that on my hand, place in there just like that, and then just make sure that the sides match, and then you just pop it in like so. Very simple. I always push down just to make sure, but it is in place. And then you put this little popper in here. I sit it in there, let it fall naturally into place, and then I just push it down. And sometimes I like twist it around if I feel like it might need to be twisted, but I think it's good where it's at. And then I make sure that the back of this is lined up, and then put this on at a little angle. I just sat it down like so. Twist, and then we're good. Okay, so I just showed you how to take apart your Nama J2 and put it back together. I really hope that helps. One thing that I will tell you is that if your juicer does not turn on, it is because the pieces were not assembled correctly or something is off and not in place. So let's just go ahead and do a test and make sure that I did it correctly. All right. And it's on. So let me go ahead and start prepping the ingredients here, and I'll probably just do a voiceover so that I can make sure that I answer as many questions as possible. So one question that I get asked all the time is if this juicer is worth it and if I have any regrets, and I will definitely say Yes, it's worth it, and I definitely do not have any regrets. Yes, the price is steep, but I promise you, this juicer is definitely worth the price. So I used to juice with my blender, so I would blend everything and strain it, and when I finally decided that I wanted to get a juicer, I did a lot of research, and when I first saw the price, I definitely did not want to pay $500 plus for a juicer. But then I had to think about my health and the benefits that I would be getting from doing juicing. So it was definitely worth it for me. Another common question that I get is how easy is it to clean the Nama J2? And I tell you, it is so easy. I remember growing up, my parents had a juicer, and the process to clean that thing seemed endless. Like you would have to take out so many pieces, scrub so many pieces, but this, you guys, is so easy. And some of the pieces, like the pitcher and the pulp container, can actually go in the dishwasher, even though that's not necessary, you guys. This is so easy to clean. So if you're concerned about how easy it is, I definitely have a video, and I'll make sure that's linked for you guys. But there's literally no problems, and the cleanup process is very easy. Now, I know I'm not juicing celery in this video, but someone did ask about celery getting stuck and jamming up in their juicer, so I definitely want to address this. I did some research on the Nama website, and when you juice celery, it is recommended that you cut your celery into 1 to 2 inch pieces and put it in your juicer. That way, to help prevent those stringy pieces from getting twisted around the internal parts of the juicer. Now, I know when I juice personally, I do it the lazy, easy, super quick way, and I just tear it with my hands and break it apart and put it in there. And I usually do not have many issues with my celery getting caught. I think that's happened maybe once or twice, but you can even see in my last video, I did not have any problems. So I really hope that maybe breaking it into 1 or 2 inch pieces will work for you and help to solve this problem. Okay, so this is a big one. I am often getting questions and comments saying, how come my juicer does not give me as much juice? Or how come my pulp is so wet? So this can depend on a few different factors. So one thing that I want to address is that all juicers are truly not equal. There are some juicers that are more efficient, so it will help to press out juices better. So you're going to get more nutrients. You're going to get a higher yield for your juice. You're also going to get more enzymes from your juice, and that's because of the type of mechanism that is used. So the Nama J2 has an auger that twists and helps to press out the juices and extract the juices and the enzymes from juices. Now, another factor that could be causing you to have heavier or maybe wet pulp and not as dry pulp is just simply what you're juicing. So there are some items such as watermelon, pineapples, cucumbers. They have a higher water content, so they're going to give you a wetter pulp. Sometimes you can reach in your pulp container and just rejuice it with some more produce, or you can throw in veggies that are higher in fiber, or maybe fruits that are higher in fiber to kind of help with that. But for example, I'm doing my watermelon and pineapple juice, so I wouldn't really want to add anything more fibrous to it to kind of throw off the taste. So that's why I know that when I'm juicing this recipe, I can expect to have more pulp. But that is something that I'm okay with because I still get a really high yield of juice. But as you can see, I'm kind of going in there, grabbing some of the pulp and throwing it in there just to see if I can get a little bit more juice out. As you can see, I'm basically almost done with this juicing recipe. This one juices very quickly. However, before we get into storage, I do want to talk about where you can get this juicer because that is a question I get asked a lot as well. So I highly would recommend that you get the juicer from the Nama website. You can also get it from 2 of their authorized retailers, Discount Juicers and UK Juicers. I am a Nama affiliate, so I do have a discount code. It is Brianna10. This will save you 10% on any of the Nama juicers. So you could get the J1, the J2, you could get the C2 if you want, which is that blender juicer combination. And you can even get the sorbet attachment for a discount and any of the juicing courses that are available on the Nama website. Now, I've said this before and I'll say it again. Anybody is definitely welcome on this page. You do not have to have a Nama juicer. You can have any juicer that you want. You can still use your blender and a strainer. The good thing is that you care enough to get these nutrients in your body. Okay guys, so I'm done with the juice and definitely got a lot here. One of the questions that I always get is about my bottles and storage, so I'm gonna go ahead and get into that next. So I get a lot of questions asking how should you store your juices. I have had these containers that I've gotten from Amazon for like 4 years. This is the Briefton's brand. I do like these. However, if you do not want to spend the money on these, regular mason jars work just as good. This is a 16-ounce mason jar. This is an 18-ounce. So it depends on how much you're going to drink at once. Also, what I like about this is that it has these reusable lids. You do have to purchase these separately, and I've purchased like 3 packs of these. They last such a long time. I just have so many mason jars, and sometimes I end up giving them away. So it's really good to have these so you don't get like the rusties and stuff in your juice, because after a while the ones that come with the mason jars can get a little rusty. So I like to have these so I can use them multiple times. I also like these because it's so easy to stack in your freezer, and you can have several batches of juice already prepared. For example, when I have this mason jar, if I want to freeze, I'll fill it up to about here, maybe a little bit more. Just gonna turn it so you guys can see. To about here, maybe a little bit more, because you need to leave room for the liquid to expand. If you do not leave room for the liquid to expand, you will get cracks in this, and you might actually have frozen juice spilled in your freezer. I've done it before a few times, so I've learned how to get it right. You can also freeze these, but you also need to make sure that you leave space, because if you do not, then you will also mess up the glass for these. But these are freezer proof as well, so definitely try that out if you like. But either one is good, and I'll make sure that I link both of these in the description for you guys so you can get whichever one you prefer. Now, I know it's January and everybody cannot have access to watermelon right now. It is very hard to find. I know a lot of people prefer to have the seeded watermelon. However, you cannot always find seeded watermelon during this time. So if you want to make this recipe or something similar for hydration and to help your skin, you could also try cucumber and pineapple, or you could also try to find a honeydew melon and try a honeydew with cucumber. These are really good for you guys, and it is also low calorie. I realized that I almost forgot to tell you guys how to store your juices. So you want to make sure that you drink your juices within 72 hours. If you cannot drink your juice within 72 hours, you do need to freeze your juices. When you are freezing your juices, you need to make sure that you leave at least ½ an inch of space from the top so that you leave room for your juice to expand. And whenever you are ready to drink them, just make sure that you sit them out in your refrigerator the day before and then consume as normal. That looks so good. So this was really fun being able to juice for you guys and also answering your questions. Let me know what other questions you guys have, because I'm sure this still didn't cover everything, but I really hope that this is a good start, and I cannot wait to see you guys in the next video.